Jesus taught them many things in parables. While teaching, he said to them, "Listen. A sower went out to sow. As he sowed, some seed fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured it. Other seed fell on rocky ground, where it had not much soil, and immediately it sprang up, since it had no depth of soil. When the sun rose, it was scorched because it had no root, and it withered away. Other seed fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no grain. Yet other seeds fell into good soil and produced fruit. It grew and increased its yield, 30, 60, and 100 times." He said, "Whoever has ears to hear, hear." When they were alone, those with him and the 12, they asked him concerning the parables. He said to them, "To you has been given the secret of the kingdom of God, but for those outside everything is in parables, so that they may really see but not perceive, and may really hear but not understand, otherwise they would turn, and be forgiven." He said to them, "Do you not understand this parable? How then will you understand all the parables? The sower sows the word. The ones along the path are those where the word is sown, and when they hear, Satan immediately comes and takes away the word which is sown in them. Similarly are those which are sown upon rocky ground. When they hear the word, they immediately receive it with joy, but they have no root. They endure for a while, but then, when tribulation or persecution arises on account of the word, immediately they fall away. Others are the ones sown among thorns. They are those who hear the word, but the cares of the world, and the delight in riches, and the desire for other things, enter in and choke the word, and it proves unfruitful. But those that were sown upon the good soil are the ones who hear the word and accept it and bear fruit, 30, 60, and 100 times. He said to them, "Is a lamp brought in to be put under a bushel, or under a bed, and not on a stand? For there is nothing hid, except to be made visible. Nor is anything secret, except to be seen. If someone has ears to hear, hear." He said to them, "Be careful about what you hear. The measure you give will be the measure you get, and still more will be given you. For to the one who has will more be given, and from the one who has not, everything will be taken away. The kingdom of God is as if someone scatters seed upon the ground, lies down at night and rises in the day, and the seed sprouts and grows, without knowing how. The earth produces of itself, first the blade, then the ear, then the full grain in the ear. But when the grain is ripe, it is at once harvested, because crop has come. With what can we compare the kingdom of God, or what parable shall we use for it? It is like a grain of mustard seed, which, when sown upon the ground, is the smallest of all the seeds on earth. Yet, when it is sown, it grows up and becomes the greatest of all shrubs, and puts forth large branches, so that the birds of the air can make nests in its shade." With many such parables he spoke the word to them, as they were able to hear it. He did not speak to them without a parable, but privately to his own disciples he explained everything. On that day, when evening had come, he said to them, "Let us go across to the other side." After leaving the crowd, they took him with them in the boat, just as he was. And other boats were with him. A great storm of wind arose, and the waves beat into the boat, so that the boat was already filling. But he was in the stern, asleep on the cushion. So they woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care if we perish?" He woke and rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. He said to them, "Why are you afraid? Have you no faith?" Then they were filled with awe, and said to one another, "Who then is this, that even wind and sea obey him?"